My name is Sophia.
And I'm Isabella.
We're from MSc. In MSc, we started a project on climate change. While researching about climate change on NASA and EPA Kids websites, we learned that climate change is causing more droughts, melting glaciers, increased ocean acidity, and more. We learned that climate change was caused naturally before the evolution of humans, and moderate warming and more carbon dioxide in the air may change production patterns of plants. This means a plant can start growing in the middle of winter when it traditionally grows in spring, killing the plant. This isn't the best for humans and animals that rely on plants to survive, such as herbivores, vegetarians, and anyone who earns a living by harvesting crops. After learning about carbon emissions, we chose to create a project centered around the topic of ocean acidity. Sophia will tell you more about that.
The first day we were assigned this project, we quickly took a large gray container and taped the bottom halves of plastic water bottles into each of the inside corners. As for the plants, we used lettuce seedlings growing in rock wool. We gave the plants enough water for a week. When we came back a week later, it had failed, in the sense that the bottles had fallen. We saw a similar project with materials we had already used. It was three water bottles taped together to make a triangle. We were desperate, and in the end, it worked fine. Every 1 to 2 weeks in a cycle, we would re-water the plants and add lemon juice or vinegar depending on the plant. We thought that if we added vinegar and lemon juice to two separate seedlings, the vinegar would do worse damage than the lemon juice. It turns out that the lemon juice does worse damage than the vinegar. It also smells a lot worse. The final week we did the experiment, we tested the pH of all three plants' water. The plant growing in just water had a pH of 7, which it should be. Meanwhile, the lemon juice had a higher pH than the vinegar did. This tells us that the lemon juice does worse damage, except wears off quicker.
Ocean acidity is caused by carbon dioxide, a gas in the atmosphere that is deadly to the planet and is caused by, well, you probably guessed it, humans. When humans burn fossil fuels like coal, gasoline, and jet fuel, that creates carbon dioxide. The ocean absorbs carbon dioxide, making it acidic. In the past 200 years, the ocean has become a lot more acidic. Since then, it has absorbed 500 billion tons of carbon dioxide. Ocean acidity is a global problem because the acidity will make it hard for corals to build their skeletons. Corals are important because they create homes and protection for many other sea creatures. If we lose the coral reefs, it will lower the number of habitats for many sea creatures, and that will disrupt the food chain in the ocean, and then no more baked clams or crab cakes for us. In the end of our project, the water section was healthy and alive. The rock wool stayed moist and the plant thrived. But in the vinegar section, the plant eventually came off and the rock wool dried. For the lemon part of our experiment, the rock wool completely dried up and turned a murky tan color. The cup was encrusted and the plant completely disintegrated. If ocean acidity gets really bad, it can creep up into our rivers and streams, making the water unclean and dangerous to drink. What people can learn from our project is that they are now aware of ocean acidity and can find ways to prevent it from getting any worse. Thank you for listening.